Under the virtual sunshine of iRacing's Darlington Raceway, I'm Rick James, here to bring you uninterrupted green flag action. It's the di9 Designs Turn Down for What series from Darlington. Hunter Peach and Jordan Bain on the front row, and no surprises for guessing who these paint schemes are throwbacks to. That 28 on the inside, obviously, Dale Jarrett's throwback, but tonight it's the B-Water Ford Mustang of Jordan Bain with 3 wins this season, looking to rack up a 4th to the inside of Hunter Peach in that 26. Vols fan cheering 100 bits after subscribing for 12 straight months. J-Paul with 22 bits in the chat, and yes, that is Premier Sports Terry Radford in the house, ready to check out the action. The 85 of Brad Herman starts in 3rd. Matt Boone to the outside in the 4th position. Green flag is out, and we are racing at Darlington. First lap complete. Jordan Bain leading in that 28. Hunter Peach and the number 26 Home Depot Supra sitting in 2nd. Matt Boone rounding out the top 3 in that number 38 Orange Crush Chevy Camaro. Outside the podium, it's J-Paw, Josh Arnold in the number 22 Box Cave Ford. Arnold sitting just ahead of Brad Herman in that 85. Rounding out the top 10, Mike Kinsley in the number 12. Miller Genuine Drafts throwback ahead of the 19 of Jake Millsap, rocking those Casey Kane colors in the Box Cave Camaro. Jordan Bain puts up the fastest lap of the race as Enrique Quiñones gets right in front of Jake Millsap, who goes for a spill. Millsap down to the apron, keeps it moving. We stay green, and what a way for Millsap to save it, still drifting out of 2. Hold on to her, Jake. Keeps her pointed in the right direction, and Jake Millsap keeps it pushing in the 19th position. The 19 car now getting up onto the racetrack ahead of Brad Rivers. Millsap makes it out of turn 4, losing 19th to Rivers. Jake Millsap regains control in the 20th position. Fastest lap of the race now put up by Hunter Peach in that number 26 Home Depot Supra. 30.14 seconds is the purple time, the fastest time of the race so far. Tight fight for the 11th position here. Corey Blevins in the Blevins Designs number 99 Jeff Burton throwback. And talk about a great throwback. I mean, who doesn't love that 2002 Jeff Burton Citgo car? And obviously, if you've been watching di9 Designs Racing, you know that I love this car that Samuel Wade runs week in and week out, the number 27 Tennessee Vols car. Speaking of college football paint schemes, let's throw it back to Jim Coey in the number 66 Notre Dame Fighting Irish Chevy Camaro. Last week we saw the 1 of Shad Swatsworth. I'm sorry, no, it was the 38 of Matt Boone, who's racing in the Crush colors. Matt Boone bringing the Wisconsin colors last week to Atlanta. Tonight, he's in that Matt Benedetto homage. Matt was throwing it back to classic Orange Crush. Braden Holt running in position number 5, the number 72 Spotify Chevrolet. Sitting a quarter of a second behind the 85 of Brad Herman. Closer fight between the 24 of Cole Snyder, the 33 of Stan Carnathan. Up ahead, TJ Handley in the number 97 THR Mustang. Absolutely love that Cole Snyder car. I'm a massive Jeff Gordon fan. I absolutely love what they've done with that ride. Great job by the Pennsylvania native. Absolutely gorgeous race car. But talking about some classic throwbacks, as Stan Carnathan in his Johnny Sauter AC Delco Chevrolet looks to the inside, Brad Rivers in the number 69 Motorcraft Ford, bringing a little bit of Ricky Rudd love to the racetrack. Elliott Sadler driving that car the year earlier in 2002. Rivers bringing the love out for the 2003 paint scheme when they brought a little bit of flair to that car. Brian Tiffany now on the outside of Corey Blevins, who moves into the top 9 in car 99. You saw the 27 of Sam Wade almost getting into the the wing or the bumper of Brian Tiffany. Tiffany would have made contact with the quarter panel of Wade's car. Sam Wade rounding out the top 10, 1 1/3 seconds ahead of Enrique Quiñones, rocking the Star Wars Episode 1 livery that Jeff Gordon ran, I believe, in the year 2000. That number 9 Chevy Camaro sitting 11th, 1 1/3 seconds adrift. Jose Ruiz in the number 23. Jamie McMurray, Williams throwback, now chasing down Brian Tiffany. This is the battle for 12th. And the battle rages on, but the yellow flag is out. Caution number 1 comes out. Matt Boone has crashed, and look at the 38 of Boone. He was running in 3rd while we were watching that battle from the 27 car, completely missing a front end, and the orange crushed Chevrolet of Matt Boone crushed. And the Wisconsin native, who won the season opener, in deep trouble. Let's go back and see what happened to Matt Boone in car 38. Boone already loose. Let's see if we can get a better angle on this. Looks like he just made contact with the wall at a turn number 2. Oh, the 22 of J-Paw got involved. The 72 car of Braden Holt was also involved in that one. One more. Oh, man. Boone almost coming back onto the racetrack. Look at that, the 69 of Brad Rivers. Needs a bit more awareness there. One more look. There it is, just getting into the wall there, the 72. Trying to find somewhere around. And how about Josh Arnold? Have a look at Josh Arnold saving this race car here. Well, half saving. Oh, that was a save. He didn't touch the wall. Talk about a save there. Great move from Josh Arnold, now being scored in the 2nd position. Arnold sitting behind Braden Holt. Arnold choosing not to pit, and all of the top 5, as it looks, choosing not to pit. So that's Braden Holt at the front of this race, your new leader in car 72. The aforementioned Josh Arnold, the Mississippi native, in 2nd now, but it looks like Arnold may take this opportunity to come down pit road, as will the 19. So Braden Holt will remain your leader. Cole Snyder in the Jeff Gordon throwback, sitting in the 2nd position. That's going to put Jake Millsap rocking the Casey Kane colors in 3rd, and it's an all Chevrolet podium. Lucky number 13 laps into this race. Jordan Bain, your pole sitter and points leader, sitting in 4th. Hunter Peach rounding out the top 5 in the number 26. Tony Stewart Home Depot throwback. Speaking of throwbacks, got to give it up to Nate Lehman in the Office Depot car. I believe that's a Tony Stewart throwback. Actually, it has to be. Who else drove the 14 Office Depot car? That has to be Tony Stewart, right? What is Zach Meredith running tonight? Mountain Dew throwback, love it. We talked about Stan Carnathan earlier, rocking the AC Delco throwback. Then, of course, can't forget about Corey Blevins. I'm going to be talking about this car all night long. Easily one of the best-looking cars here. And good old Rocky Top. Sam Wade in the number 27, Tennessee Volunteers Ford. So that is your top 10. Braden Holt leads this race. Pit stops cycling through. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be back for the restart of di9 Designs. Turned down for what? From virtual Darlington. Back at Virtual Darlington, and another special throwback here. Kurt Swatsworth rocking the Rowdy Burns colors in that number 18 Hardee's Chevrolet. K. Swats bringing a little bit of the Days of Thunder love. Can't believe I blanked on that movie's name, but Days of Thunder love to the racetrack. Love to see it. At the front, though, Braden Holt watches the pace car peel off. He's got control as they come out of turn number 4, starting to the inside of Cole Snyder and Jake Millsap in third, waiting for the signal. Green flag is out instantly. The 24's into the wall. Did Snyder just spin the tires right into that outside wall? Holt has an amazing advantage on the restart. Out of that fourth corner now, Braden Holt leading Jake Millsap. Hunter Peach sitting in position number 3. Chevrolet. Toyota in third. Jordan Bain in fourth, the pole sitter. Coming back in that B. Water Ford, looking towards the lead. Shout out to Big Papa Bear 1490, who cheered 5 bits just before we went to break. The 28 of Jordan Bain. Still at the front, still in fourth, Nate Lehman starting to close up that gap in his Office Depot Thank a Teacher paint scheme. Crawling up through this field is Corey Blevins, who's now made it up to the 7th position. Blevins in that 99, now chasing down Zach Meredith for 6th. Jeff Lednum was that car that was just leaving pit lane. The number 37, Shelby Cobra liveried Mustang, getting his repairs. Brad Herman in the number 85. TJ's Team Ford looks to the inside of Brad Tiffany. This is the fight for 11th. Herman with a great run out of turn number 4, but squirrely off the corner. Will he take Quinones with him into turn 1? Enrique Quinones looking under Tiffany, who's hit the wall. Tiffany's slow, and now Mike Kinsley gets around him under the follow of Jose Ruiz in the number 23. Throwback, there's Josh Arnold. J-Paw gets around Brian Tiffany. Tiffany just sinking like a stone now. Now Matt Boone, who was just involved in that most recent accident, who is inside, and Tiffany needs to recover quickly. Back at the front, Hunter Peach leading by 1 second, but Jordan Bain has moved into position number 2 and is starting to hunt him down. Nate Lehman sits in third. Braden Holt drops from first to 4th, and it's about to be 5th because here comes Zach Meredith in the 17 Mountain Dew car, and not before Corey Blevins gets a shot at taking down car 72. So Holt did not pit under that last pit stop. He is one of 3 cars to have yet to pit, and you can see the immediate effects on car 72. Jake Millsap in the number 19, sitting 10th, and he's into the wall now. Cole Snyder in 11th, also following him down. Millsap saves it, re-enters the racetrack in front of Cole Snyder. Both the 19 and the 24 did not pit. Here comes Mike Kinsley, Jose Ruiz, Josh Arnold, and Matt Boone to get around these drivers with worn rubber. And you can see Cole Snyder in that Jeff Gordon livery will very kindly give up the spots to the drivers trailing him. Snyder falling down the running order in a hurry, and it looks like Braden Holt has lost the plot altogether. The number 72 falling outside of the top 15, forcing Stan Carnathan to go around the inside. Let's see what happened to Braden Holt. Holt into the wall, and he gets into Brad Herman. Let's run this back one more time. This is already out of turn number 4, so we're a bit too early. Here we go into 1. Oh, possible contact from the 27 car. Then Holt in the 72. Man, tough to call. Let's have one more look from the left front of Braden Holt. Contact indeed. Holt gets into the wall, nowhere for Herman to go. Luckily, both drivers saved that one. That looked like the 69 car of Brad Rivers that just missed serious incident there. But for the most part, everybody makes it through uninjured. Braden Holt now running in the 19th position. Hunter Peach leading this race by 1.1 seconds over Jordan Bain. Zach Meredith sits in the third spot, 1.5 seconds behind all of these drivers. Meredith calmly keeping his line to himself while Nate Lehman closes that gap. But Lehman has bigger problems to worry about. It's Corey Blevins in that 99. The fight for the fourth position rages on. Lehman either loose out of 4, just giving up the spot kindly, but Blevins flies past, and now 2 1/3 seconds sits between Corey Blevins and Zach Meredith. Over the last 5 laps, Blevins chasing down Meredith. Meredith has been quicker over the last 5 circuits by at least a couple of tenths. Blevins needs to push it, or he's going to be left behind out of the conversation of the top 3. Zach Meredith compared to the last to Jordan Bain over the last 5 laps. There you can see that Bain has been significantly quicker than Meredith. But if we apply those same stats to second place, that last time around, Bain quicker than leader Hunter Peach by 1/10 and then some. The gap within 1 second between Jordan Bain and Hunter Peach. 29 laps about to be complete at virtual Darlington. Fight for the 8th spot now as Brad Herman looks to get to the inside of Enrique Quiñones in that number 9 Star Wars Chevrolet. And the New Jersey pilot goes down to the 9th position in the number 9 car. Mike Kinsley now sits behind Quiñones in 10th. The number 12 MGD Ford Mustang completes his 29th lap. Jose Ruiz is only 4 tenths behind him in the Jamie McMurray colors. Braden Holt in that number 72 car, now 2 tenths behind Cole Snyder. Both of these drivers fighting for the 18th spot. Cindy Thompson in the chat says, "Go Josh, number 22. Cindy cheering on J-Paw. Number 24 of Cole Snyder trying to hold off Braden Holt, but now catching up to these two, and he miscalculates it. Cole Snyder ruins the entry of turn number 3, gets right into the wall, but it looks like he doesn't falter too much. Now chasing down the 19 of Jake Millsap. Millsap losing the 17th spot to Grandpa Coey in the number 66 Notre Dame Chevrolet. Brad Herman holding off Enrique Quiñones now. This is the tough fight for the 8th position. Quiñones wants back what was once his, and looking in the distance, Jose Ruiz in the number 23 car chasing down Mike Kinsley for a spot inside the top 10. But don't look now, because behind Jose is Boone. Matt Boone, to be exact, chasing down Jose Ruiz. This is all a fight for that 10th spot. Boone in the number 38, crushed orange Chevrolet chasing down the Williams Chevrolet. Tough fights all the way around this racetrack. Back to Cole Snyder and Braden Holt, however, back at it. This time it looks like Holt has gotten around the 24 of Cole Snyder. That's the pass for 18th. Holt back on the move after not pitting has cost him so much. Braden Holt still one of 3 cars to not pit. The other 2 right around him. Jake Millsap in the 19, Cole Snyder in the 24. The gap now 0.7 of a second between Hunter Peach and Jordan Bain. There's Peach in the 26. There's Jordan Bain in the 28. The points leader and pole sitter coming back for that first spot on Hunter Peach. And the lead grows over Zach Meredith. Matt Boone getting around Mike Kinsley. Boone now wins that exchange and gets into the 10th position. Let's see how he pulled this one off. Oh, Jose Ruiz making contact with the outside wall in turn number 2. And that's how Boone got 11th. Now here's Boone getting 10th. 10th on the 12 car. And just textbook. Great run out of turn number 2, using a little bit of that draft to help guide him down that back straight. Matt Boone now sitting in the 10th spot. Jose Ruiz working on Mike Kinsley, and it looks like that scrape on the wall might have given him just a bit of encouragement. Ruiz now in the number 23 Williams Chevrolet, running some of his quickest laps that last time by. Jordan Bain now 1 second back. He may have struck the wall. These drivers last pitting on lap 12, and they say a green flag window is about 40 laps. But this track does chew up tires at a vicious pace. Bain having to regulate how much he uses those Goodyears. Quinones in the 9. Now behind Sam Wade in the 27. Quinones has gotten around and left Brad Herman for dead. Let's ride around with Quinones in the Star Wars car as he challenges Wade for 7th. Textbook pass by Quinones that last lap to take 7th away from Wade. Back to J-Paw. Josh Arnold now on the back end of Mike Kinsley. This is the fight for 12th. Arnold has been on the move, but more than that, it looks like Kinsley has been on the decline. Mike Kinsley in the MGD Mustang trying to hold on to 12th. He's had cars passing him every which way since that restart. It may be time for an adjustment for car number 12. Meanwhile, Zach Meredith has finally been caught up by Corey Blevins, the number 99 Blevins Design Ford, to the inside of the 17 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Blevins getting around Meredith. Meredith kindly letting off the gas for Blevins, and now CB Corey getting onto the podium. Toyota, Ford, your top 3 positions. Arnold still working hard on Mike Kinsley with 40 laps complete, and the sun just starting to set at this beautiful, virtual or not, it is a beautiful racetrack. It is, you gotta admit. One of the classics as well. I don't think there's anybody that really dislikes Darlington for what the history and what it stands for in NASCAR. Beautiful racetrack, beautiful facility. There goes Arnold. Round to the outside of Mike Kinsley, and it was only a matter of time. That's going to put J-Paw into the 12th position, and the number 22 Box Cave Ford Mustang chasing down Jose Ruiz for 11th. 43 laps underway at virtual Darlington. If you've just recently joined the party, I'm Rick James, and you're looking at Hunter Peach, who's leading this race over Jordan Bain by only 0.7 of a second. Bain closing that gap in a hurry. It was greater than 1 second, but he's got to get a move on now that Corey Blevins has moved into the third position, because Blevins is one of the fastest cars here. Bain has been saving tires, been saving fuel, and just sandbagging until now. He is closing down Hunter Peach at an alarming rate. Alpha York once again hosting the stream. My good buddy Mike York, send my love to the York family. Alf, love you, pal. Thank you so much. 0.8 of a second, the gap between Hunter Peach and Jordan Bain. Corey Blevins in third, 4 3/4 seconds back, but 1.7 seconds ahead of Zach Meredith in fourth. Herman catching up to Matt Boone big time. Did something happen to car 38? He's on a decline big time. Jose Ruiz in that 27 chasing down Brad Herman at an alarming rate, and this is going to be a tight fight for the 9th position. There's Boone in the number 38 Crush Chevrolet sitting in 9th right now. Brad Herman is in 10th with a mirror full of Jose Ruiz, just 1/4 of a second behind. We now have takers down pit road. Mike Kinsley, Braden Holt, and Cole Snyder. Jake Millsap is now in, and that makes all 3 cars that did not pit under that first caution on lap 12, and now it's their turn. So the gauntlet has been thrown down. Drivers will now be on track with far fresher tires than that of their rivals, and this could open the door for green flag pit stops. Josh Franks to the inside of Jim Coe. Franks almost losing control. He moves into 14th position. Hunter Peach leading by just under a second. Here's Jose Ruiz to the inside of Brad Herman. This is the move for 10th. Ruiz just does not have the momentum off of turn number 4. But he'll try again, that's for sure. Jim Coe now back to the inside of Josh Franks. Side by side, drag racing. Coe gonna let off the gas. He's gonna go a lap down as Hunter Peach goes around the outside. And now Jordan Bain has caught up car 26. Here is your fight for first place. The 28 chasing down the 26, using Josh Franks as a little bit of a pick possibly. Maybe a draft partner headed into 3. Bain can't get to the inside of Franks before the corner entrance. Four-tenths of a second, the gap between them now. Brad Rivers in the number 69 Motorcraft Ford, catching up to Zach Meredith in the 17 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Here's the move for 4th place. TJ Hanley's gone around and the caution is out. Hanley flying through the air comically and cartoonishly. The 97 car going around, and it looks like Cole Snyder might have also gotten involved. The number 24 CDR Chevrolet in trouble here. Caution number 2 flies just before the halfway mark at Darlington. Let's see what happened to TJ Hanley. This is into turn number 1. Hanley in the 97, Quinones in the 9, Snyder in the 24. What is that 97 car thinking? What on earth is the 97 car thinking? There's the 85 of Brad Herman getting into him. And what could possibly have been the reason for that? Cole Snyder in that 24 car. Was he ahead of the 97 when that happened? Not sure where Snyder was at this point. I want to run this back and see if Cole Snyder did anything to move the 97 out of the way earlier or what. There's really nothing to it. let's ride along with the cockpit of TJ Hanley and see what happens. No idea what Hanley was thinking. He was turning to the left this entire time. Snyder got ruined in that one. The 85 of Brad Herman looks like he might have also been injured in that accident. Not literally, obviously. The car might have taken a knock there. And yeah, it took a big scrape there. One more time from the cockpit of car 97, because I'm still just aghast that TJ Hanley would choose such a line to come down turn one. Have a look here. There's Hanley well to the inside, and you can see his hands will be turned left to the entire time. And one more look. You know Hanley's hands are turned to the left this whole time, but coming into turn one, he's just going to keep it pinned to that inside line, go right up into Cole Snyder in the 24. Snyder gets launched into the stratosphere. The 85 of Brad Herman unsticks the 97 from the wall. And that's how caution number 2 unfolds. All right, well, interestingly enough, we are just ahead of the halfway mark in this race. Race Facts tonight brought to you by di9 Designs, the Chase Elliott custom graphic design page on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at di9 Designs. They post graphics on all platforms multiple times a week, on top of taking requests on all types of logos, Chase Elliott wallpapers, iRacing schemes, and more. Follow and DM them for more details. They are not affiliated with Hendrick Motorsports or Chase Elliott. Be sure to use code di9 Designs for free shipping on all your diecast and merch orders over $20 on CircleBDiecast.com. Fans at home are going to take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back for the restart and the second half of di9 Designs. Turn down for what? From virtual Darlington. No. Apologies to those currently in the middle of a commercial break. Instead of the 30-second button, I hit the 3-minute button. So now we're ad-free for the next 30 minutes, which is great. But I have made a massive mistake and completely ruined the racing experience for some of the fans that don't have ad-free viewing. But anyway, let's go back to racing. My sincerest apologies. We'll get back the majority of the viewers here in a minute 50 seconds, but the green flag is out after that second caution. Hunter Peach gets us started once again. Hunter Peach leading the procession of cars down the back straight. Jordan Bain sits in second in that 28. He's got Corey Blevins bugging him for the second position all over the place. Nate Lehman gets around Brad Rivers for the 5th position. Nate now rounding out that top 5. Jordan Bain holding off Corey Blevins, but for how much longer? Fastest lap of the race now goes to the 26. Hunter Peach with a 30.08 now runs the fastest time by 4/10 over anybody else, and the fresh tires really coming to fruition now. 55 becomes 54 to go, and we're officially on the back nine in this 6th round of di9 Designs. Turned down for what? From Darlington, Jim Coey on the outside of Braden Holt, losing the 16th position. Grandpa Coey now sitting in the 17th spot ahead of Kurt Swansworth in the Rowdy Burns car. Can't get enough of this machine. That just looks cool. Well, not anymore, because he just put it in the outside wall. Now it actually looks like one of the cars from Days of Thunder with all the marks and the scrapes on it. Maybe he's just being authentic. Shout out to Swansworth. Jordan Bain still trying to hold off Corey Blevins. Let's ride around in the 99 and see how Corey enjoys his trip behind the points leader. You heard him have to let off the gas. Corey Blevins in that 99, working Jordan Bain and really stretching him, pushing him, and forcing him to use all his defense to hold on to the 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Hunter Peach breaks out to a 2-second lead. Jordan Bain comes into this race with a 19-point lead over Josh Arnold. Arnold currently running 8th on the racetrack right now. Hunter Peach coming into this race in that number 26 car sits 5th in points. Some 36 more, I'm sorry, more than that. Is it 36? Yep, no, it looks like actually 44. My math is absolutely terrible. Hunter Peach sitting in 5th is 44 points behind points leader Jordan Bain, but he's also looking to leapfrog Matt Boone and get closer to Josh Arnold, so this is a great opportunity for Bain if he can stay in the front. The number 18 of Kurt Swansworth in the Rowdy Burns car is about to go another lap down as it stands. Stan Carnathan and Sam Wade now fighting for position. Sam Wade in 10th, Stan Carnathan in 11th, and Stan wants a piece of that sweet top 10, riding along with Carnathan. Rowdy Burns in the 18, staying to the low side. Stan Carnathan in the 33 AC Delco car, losing a bit of the grip there. That's Cole Snyder behind Carnathan, but Snyder runs 18th, 2 laps down in the CDR Jeff Gordon livery. At the front, the lead shrinks. 1 1/4 seconds is now the gap between Hunter Peach and Jordan Bain, coming to the final 46 laps of racing. Corey Blevins in the number 99 car, 3/4 second behind Jordan Bain, and he's left Zach Meredith behind by a full second. Brad Rivers now all over the back end of Zach Meredith. He wants 4th. Meanwhile, Josh Arnold, Enrique Quinones, and Nate Lehman all within 0.3 of a second coming down the front straight. Brad Herman's crashed and he goes to the pits immediately. The number 85, TJ's Team Ford, straight to the garage. Let's have a look and see what happened to Brad. The 85 car just holds the brakes, slams it down. One more look from the cockpit here. just brings it down to an abrupt halt, and Brad Herman now being scored off the track and shortly probably be scored out of this race. Shame for Brad Herman, but Hunter Peach continues to lead by the same 1.25 seconds we last saw him. Nate Lehman and Enrique Quiñones now going at it. Look at Lehman on the outside of Quiñones, who gets loose off of 4, the number 9, Star Wars Episode 1. Pepsi Chevrolet Camaro goes down from 7th to 9th as Jose Ruiz in the number 23 Williams Travel Center Chevrolet now working on that Office Depot Ford of Nate Lehman. This the battle for 7th. Mike Kinsley now coming down pit lane shortly after that restart. Hopefully there's no damage to car number 12. Lehman in the 14. Sitting in the 7th position coming into this race, Nate Lehman sits 11th in points, just 1 marker behind Josh Franks and 4 points ahead of Cole Snyder. So the bottom half of the top 10 could go upside down at any moment. Looking at 5th through 10th, drivers aren't separated by more than 5 points anywhere between 5th and 10th place. Nate Lehman in the 14 car, running the rim on the high side. The 23 of Ruiz follows him up there. Back down to the low side of the racetrack, and Lehman doing nice work with that Office Depot Ford. Further back, Stan Carnathan continues to apply the pressure to Sam Wade. The 38 of Matt Boone sitting in 12th right now. The first car on the lead lap, so if another yellow comes out, Boone will get his lap back. Boone sitting just ahead of Carnathan and Wade on the track, but 1 position behind Stan Carnathan in 12th. There goes Sam Wade to the inside, following Matt Boone, who looks like he's coming. No, Boone just giving up the position kindly, like a gentleman. Braden Holt in the 13th position, also a lap down, chasing down Boone for that lucky dog position. Then Stan Carnathan still all over the back end of Sam Wade for that top 10 position, and Nate Lehman has not been able to shake off Jose Ruiz in that 7th place battle. At the front, Jordan Bain ahead of 3rd place Corey Blevins by 1 1/3 seconds, behind leader Hunter Peach by 1 3/4 seconds. Brad Rivers 3/4 of a second behind Corey Blevins, and over the last 5 laps you can see that Blevins sometimes quicker than Rivers, but for the most part Rivers has been chopping down that tree and slowly reeling in Blevins. Stan Carnathan finally getting around Sam Wade. Let's see how he made that pass for the top 10. On the inside out of turn number 4. Carnathan having to send it in deep. It looks like Wade might have tripped himself up on the outside, but any way you slice it, Wade 11th, Carnathan 10th, and that's Rowdy Burns diving down to the inside one more time. Kurt Swatsworth, not sure if he's in trouble or just trying to feel that race car out, but it's been kind of a downhill day for the 18 all afternoon. Enrique Quiñones in the 9 car, just 0.4 of a second ahead of Stan Carnathan, who's been freed now, and Carnathan now on a mission chasing down Quiñones for that 9th spot. Nate Lehman with a bit of blinking there. Nate hopefully gets that internet under control. Not a good look for that Office Depot Ford. At the front, the lead is 1.7 seconds from Hunter Peach to Jordan Bain. Bain not gained more than a 10th over Corey Blevins. 35 laps remain in tonight's race. Carnathan now on the back end of Quiñones. Quiñones loose out of 4 as he has done this afternoon, and Enrique Quiñones just falls off the racetrack there. "76 laps underway. Jose Ruiz sitting in 6th, getting around Zach Meredith now. Ruiz chasing down Josh Arnold, 2.2 seconds ahead. Grandpa Coey coming down pit road, getting his tires, getting his fuel. The Pennsylvanian is in. Will it be his final stop of the day? We can see some of these leaders trying to stretch their mileage as far as they can possibly go. The track facts say they can go between 40 and 50 laps if they stretch it, but I'm sure they don't want to take the tires that far. They're going to lose enormous amounts of time. Wade now trying to get up to Quiñones, the number 27, Tennessee Vols Ford, chasing down the Star Wars Chevrolet. Jose Ruiz losing time to Zach Meredith over the last 5 laps. Here's the comparison. Meredith slower and slower over the subsequent laps, but Meredith seems to have gotten a control on it, going from 7/10 to 1/10, but back up to 3/10. Ruiz really up and down with this one. He needs to be more consistent if he wants to get up to J-Paw in the 5th position. The 22 is slow. Something's gone on with Arnold. No, he's just coming down pit road. Jordan Bain has also come down pit road. And has one car gone around? No, that's just the cars flying through. Honestly, it sounded like someone crashed and I freaked out. But Jordan Bain's down pit road. So's Josh Arnold. It looks like Zach Meredith has come down with him as well. Stan Carnathan in the 33 decides to bite. Matt Boone getting his ablutions and his final stop. Approaching 30 laps to go. Here comes Hunter Peach. Peach is in. Corey Blevins comes around, and I believe for the second or third time tonight, we've got a new leader, and it's the number 99 Blevins Design Ford of Corey Blevins. Brad Rivers up to the 2nd position in his number 69 Motorcraft Ford. Jose Ruiz in 3rd by 2 seconds now. Inside the final 30 laps, there goes Brad Rivers. He is your new leader as Corey Blevins decides to take advantage. Come down pit road for his tires and his fuel. Jose Ruiz elevated into 2nd. Nate Lehman will forego his adjustments so far and get into 3rd. Same for Enrique Quiñones and Sam Wade. That's going to put provisional leader Hunter Peach in the 7th position, currently 1 lap down. And the only other 6 cars ahead have either not completed or not come down pit road. Look at the 28. Jordan Bain has gained so much time. He was a 2nd and a 3rd behind the race leader, and here he is, a 1/4 of a second behind him, 83 laps into this 110-miler. Peach, Bain, Blevins running 8th, 6th, 7th, and 8th right now. Brad Rivers still your leader, but now he's come down, as has Jose Ruiz. Nate Lehman staying out, gambling on a caution now. Lehman took a big loss there as the provisional leaders have just gotten their laps back around him, and the 14 of Nate Lehman must now gamble on a caution. Sam Wade has not pitted since lap 50. Same with Nate Lehman, so these two really risking it now, and same goes for Josh Franks in the number 6 Chairs for Gaming Chevrolet. Look how loose he is out of 2, slams the wall, comes back down across the racing surface. Nate Lehman and Sam Wade still out. There's the yellow flag. prayers have been answered, and the number 6 of Josh Franks gets into a crash just as we're talking about the need, the desperation for a yellow flag. From the 14 of Lehman, the 27 of Wade, we see Josh Franks crash and give those two exactly what they needed. Let's have another look inside car number 6. Franks goes around and has a bit of a spill. So Nate Lehman and Sam Wade, their gamble pays off, now coming down pit road. And look at all the cars that will be trapped one lap down on the left-hand side. Obviously, Ruiz, Arnold, Meredith, Carnathan, Quinones, everyone through 12th, including Franks, getting a lap back. Well, maybe not Franks. He's in pit road getting repairs. But now the car's 2 laps down, will presumably be 1 lap down inside the final 25 laps of action. So let's guarantee that we're ad-free to the end of the race, fans. We're going to take one last 2-minute break, and then we'll be back after 120 seconds with the conclusion of di9 Designs from virtual Darlington. .22 laps to go when we get this green flag on the front row. Hunter Peach was led the majority of laps tonight. Then Nate Lehman on the outside, whose gamble paid off at the 11th hour with a Josh Franks crash out of turn number 2, just as Lehman was at wit's end with his tires. Starting in row 2, the 27 of Samuel Wade, starting to the inside of points leader and 3-time winner this season, Jordan Bain. Corey Blevins in the number 99, starting in 5th, but well behind all of this traffic here. Peach waits for the signal. Double deuce on the line. Green flag is out. We're racing again at Darlington. Hunter Peach with an exceptional jump. 21 laps remain when he crosses the line. He's got an 0.8 of a second lead over Nate Lehman, but pole sitter Jordan Bain sits in third. Ford's all the way down to 7th when you've got Jose Ruiz sitting in that number 23 Williams Travel Center's Chevrolet, just ahead of Josh Arnold in the number 22 Box K Ford, single file for the most part. But here to the inside now goes Stan Carnathan to the inside of what looked like Enrique Quinones in the 9, and the 69 of Brad Rivers with some blinking issues gets right into the 19's way. There goes Rivers flipping through turn number 3, and the 72 of Braden Holt, just an innocent casualty. Brad Rivers' internet letting him down right in front of the 19, and the 72 of Braden Holt getting caught up unnecessarily. And just a terrible shame. Let's have a look at Brad Rivers. Oh, this is Rivers already wrecking. Let's have a look then. Here you can see the internet just letting Rivers down, ends up doing some barrel rolls at that moment. And the 19 car, let's see if the 19's got some bad damage here. And he doesn't, well, Jake Millsap with a bit of a scratch, but really the biggest loser in all of that was Braden Holt in that 72. Let's ride around from Holt's cockpit and see what caused him, and see, well, how we got in this unavoidable mess. Tried to go high when the car was low, and nothing he could do. Nothing at all. One more time from the 69's cockpit, Brad Rivers. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't, and that time, boys, she certainly didn't go. Brad Rivers with some internet issues plaguing him. The 19 of Jake Millsap and the 72 of Braden Holt. So Brad Rivers gets time to think to himself while his car is being repaired. Hunter Peach still at the front with Nate Lehman behind him, and Jordan Bain running in that third position. Peach in car 26. Looking for his first win this season. Let's have a word with Hunter Peach and see if he's got a shot to win it. Hunter Peach, Rick James up top. You got me? Hunter Peach, Rick James in the booth. Can you hear me? Third time's a charm. Hunter Peach, Rick James. You got me?
Yes, sir. Got you loud and clear.
Getting one to go next time by Hunter. We're going to be restarting with 16 laps remaining. You have led the majority of circuits in the number 26 Home Depot Supra, but you have got a very anxious points leader in Jordan Bain sitting in third. Can you win it?
I would love to, but I know the fresh tires. I really did not want that last caution. I really had the lead, but I think I can pull it off. I just need to get the lead. Just try to maintain.
Your laps, or your tires, are 6 laps less fresh than that of Jordan Bain. 5 laps less fresh of Nathan Lehman, but really your bread and butter tonight has been the restarts here between you, Lehman, and Bain. Who's got the best chance to hang with you on the restart?
I would probably have to say Bain.
He's going to be starting behind you.
Yeah, he's restarting behind me so he can get that good jump with me.
He's going to be starting behind you there in row number 2. That brings us to the most important question of the evening. Hunter Peach, what is your favorite car?
Favorite car? Corvette Stingray.
Good answer. Good answer, buddy. Well, actually, what year?
I like 2015, but the new ones kind of grew on me, though. But I would say probably just any of them.
The split window's personally my favorite, but, you know, can't hate it. Anyway, buddy, keep the shiny side up and put on a show. We'll talk to you soon.
Hope you too.
Hopefully, we talk to you soon. Lights are out atop the pace car, and the cars are 2 by 2 getting ready to restart this race inside the final 16 laps of action. Something for everybody to enjoy, and if your friends are a fan of racing, if they're not here, get them here. twitch.tv/Rick James TV1, round 6 of di9 Designs. Turn down for what Xfinity Series? About to get going once again. Pace car peels off. Hunter Peach is the control car. Nate Lehman to his outside. 16 circuits remain. When will the 26 jump? Now is the answer. Green flag is out. Into turn 1 immediately, crashing immediately. The 27 involved, the 18 involved. Big crash right into turn number 1, straight away from that green flag. Let's have a look. Here's Kurt Swatsworth, who's coming in at an awfully fast clip. Swatsworth is going to get the back end of this, unfortunately. Oh yeah, they're already wrecking well before this. Stan Carnathan involved in the 33. Let's have a look with old Stan. Oh, the 27 just did not go, spinning tires that entire way. And Rocky Top Wade in the number 27 Ford getting the worst of that one. Have a listen. Contact with the wall, spinning the tires just a little bit. A bit too eager, a bit too vigorous. And Wade goes around. But how do you like this? Off the restart, Jordan Bain now reassumes that lead with Hunter Peach, Nate Lehman, Zach Meredith, Stan Carnathan, and Sam Wade all coming down pit road, except for Carnathan and Wade. Hunter Peach, Nate Lehman in that 14, and Zach Meredith in the 17. All top 5 drivers coming down for tires and restarting with what will assumingly be 12 laps to go. These drivers are going to be sitting 9th, 10th, and 11th, respectively. So now the question has to be asked, with these tires that are going to be about 10 laps more fresh than that of the leaders, is that enough to make a difference? Only one way to find out. Points leader Jordan Bain at the front of this race. Let's talk to Bain and see how he's enjoying his time up there. Jordan Bain, Rick James, you got me? Jordan
Well,
Bain.
this is interesting. Hello, what's up?
Jordan Bain, Rick James, there you are, buddy. You're leading this race here. We're going to restart inside the final 12 laps of action. You've spent almost no time leading this race because of that 26 of Hunter Peach, who's now come down pit road and has tires 10 laps fresher than yours. Can you bring the number 28 B-Water Ford into victory lane for the 4th time this season?
Yeah, I think so. We're out of tires here, and even though it says I have 11 or 12 laps, I really only have 3 or 4 laps on them under green. So I think he realized he was kind of toast there if he didn't come get tires. So I think he did what he needs to do. It's going to be hard for him to come from 6th or 7th, though, I think. Hopefully this is the last restart. We get a good clean jump and can take off here.
You've got Jose Ruiz behind you in the number 23 Williams Travel Center Chevrolet. He pitted only 3 laps earlier, and then in the Star Wars Chevrolet, you've got Enrique Quinones, who's going to be starting directly behind you in 3rd. Is the force more with you than with them?
I don't know about the force, but I feel pretty good about it. Clean air matters a whole hell of a lot here. As I was finding out, anytime I get to within a second of Hunter, it's like I just couldn't get off of 2 the way I needed to be able to reel him in. So I tried a bunch of different stuff to catch him, but now we got the car completely clean air, a little worse tire, but I think we're in good shape here.
You're going to be getting the green here with 11 laps to go, and that brings us to the most important question of the evening. Points leader Jordan Bain, what is your favorite car?
Ooh, favorite car. I really like my Chevy SS that I got here, so I'll go with that. 2014 Chevy SS. Pretty rare car. A lot of fun.
It actually is a really rare car. That's interesting that you have that, man. We're going to let you get back to work here. Best of luck, Bain. Keep the shiny side up.
Thanks, buddy.
Bain getting ready to go, racing once again, restarting single file with the 27 behind him. Sun shines on these race cars as the green flag comes out, and it's 11 laps to go. Ruiz getting a great run out of turn number 2, following that 28 down into 3. The Peach has gone into the wall. Is that Peach into the wall? And it is Hunter Peach in the 26, straight away on fresh tires, puts his Home Depot Supra into the turn 2 wall. 3 wide behind him, Jim Coey in the 10th position, losing traction, trying to hold on to that Notre Dame Chevrolet. Slow down the front straight with 10 laps remaining, 9 at the line. Jordan Bain leads Jose Ruiz by 0.3 of a second. Josh Arnold sitting in 3rd. Corey Blevins in 4th. Blevins last pitting on lap 91, as did Arnold, pitting 5 laps after race leader Jordan Bain. 0.75 of a second. They sit behind Jose Ruiz, and he's gone purple with a 29.99. Jordan Bain just running his fastest lap of the race with 9 laps to go, and the gap increases to Josh Arnold trying to chase down Ruiz. All of the top 4 posting their fastest laps of the race. Arnold and Blevins posting quicker times than they did the lap previous. Arnold reeling in Ruiz. The gap 0.6 of a second between the leader and second place. Zach Meredith in that 17, pitted with the 26 of Hunter Peach. Will Meredith be stuck behind the Home Depot Supra? Will Peach, only 0.75 of a second behind Quinones, be able to sneak into the top 5 before the end of the race? Cole Snyder, he's after Brad Rivers. Rivers sitting 0.6 of a second ahead in that 69 Motorcraft Ford. Hunter Peach only 0.2 ahead of Zach Meredith. Meredith lining up a move. Peach's car may have been knocked out of balance out of getting into turn number 2. Here's Quinones in 5th, well slow out of turn number 2. What's wrong with Enrique's car? And there goes Zach Meredith in the 17 around the outside of Hunter Peach in the 26. Will he go 2 for 1 on the same straight? Meredith can't get the car inside the 9 of Quinones. 5 to go next time by. It's an 0.8 of a second lead that Jordan Bain has over Jose Ruiz. There goes the 17 of Meredith. He moves into 5th, takes Hunter Peach with him, and Enrique Quinones in the number 9. Episode 1 Camaro goes down to 7th. Here's one of the drivers that had an incredibly hard time racing on old tires. Caution number 6 out on the racetrack inside the final 5 laps, and Jake Millsap in the number 19 Box Cave Chevrolet has another crash. Let's see what happened to Millsap. Tags the outside wall, just bounces off the inside wall. Looked avoidable there, but let's have a ride inside the 19 car. Simply just coming too hot out of turn number 2. Couldn't control that hot rod as it skidded down to the inside wall. Jake Millsap bringing out the 6th caution of the race. Jordan Bain ahead of Jose Ruiz, who's moved up 15 places from where tonight's race began, and the California driver, our biggest mover of the race so far, but will he stay there? Grandpa Coey has gained 13 spots from where he started. Drivers coming down pit road. Grandpa Coey now up 14 places, 15 places from where he started. Well, and it just keeps on going up. Look at the chart. He's up 16 places now. Obviously, we're going to have a green-white checkers here to restart this race, but that's going to put Jim Coey in first place as far as biggest movers are concerned. But it's all about the fight for the lead. Jordan Bain coming into this race with a substantial lead, only 6 rounds into tonight, leading Josh Arnold 204 to 185. But how about a night for Jose Ruiz? He sits 7th in the point standings. He's only 2nd in the running order right now. He's 2 points ahead of Shad Sotsworth, who's not in tonight's race, and he's only 4 points behind Enrique Quiñones. He sits 11 points behind Zach Meredith, fourth in the standings. Zach Meredith running 5th in tonight's race. Lots of changes, lots of switches, a lot of things could turn upside down, especially those points, and we're going to have 2 more laps to figure out who will finish where. The sun setting a beautiful virtual sunset on Darlington Raceway, riding along with the tail end of Jose Ruiz's car, the Jamie McMurray throwback. Jordan Bain in the Dale Jarrett throwback, that number 28 B-Water Ford. SS Motorsport says, unfortunately had to work. Hashtag night shift life. Shad, missing your creativity, missing your excellent paint schemes here, man. But glad you could tune in, Shad. Your brother Kurt is doing brilliantly. I'm lying. Kurt's in 15th. He's in pit road, and it actually looks like one of the cars used in Days of Thunder. Corey Blevins with a Jeff Burton throwback, the number 99 Blevins design Ford. One of my favorite throwbacks tonight, the number 24 of Cole Snyder in that CDR Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Got a couple of scrapes on it, but it's Darlington. What else can you expect? Zach Meredith rocking the old Mountain Dew colors. Rocky is in the chat. Rock NASCAR 388 is here. What's going on, Rock? Glad to have you here, buddy. Love you, miss you. Send my love to the Rock NASCAR family. And Podium 2, rating with a party of 9 people. Thank you, Podium Esports. Love you guys so much. Thank you, Podium. And to all of you just joining here, we've got 1 to go in this race. SS Motorsport says, polling for Kurt and for Boone. Talking about Matt Boone in that number 38 Orange Crush Chevrolet, the Wisconsin driver, with a bit of a Matt DiBenedetto homage there. The 69 of Brad Rivers with a bit of a Ricky Rudd throwback in that Motocraft Ford. Stan Carnathan in the 33, rocking those AC Delco colors. Enrique Quiñones, a bit of a Jeff Gordon throwback there. Hunter Peach, who struck the wall first lap after restart in his Tony Stewart throwback. He's led the majority of laps tonight. He'll be restarting 6th. MK Gaming says Jose needs to be aggressive on the restart. How aggressive will Quiñones be? Will it trigger a second green-white checkered restart? Jordan Bain is the control car. Jose Ruiz starts to his outside. 2 more laps around Darlington to settle round 6. Green flag is out and the 28 gets a great jump. Here comes Josh Arnold in the 22, up the inside on Jose Ruiz. Corey Blevins still stuck behind that 23, now looking to go up that inside. Blevins has Meredith gaining behind him. The 28 of Bain jumps out to a great run. And in our lead, talking to Expert Racing, here comes the 26 of Hunter Peach. 3 wide into 3. What is car 17 thinking? Right in front of the 26, forcing everybody to slow down. Nate Lehman in the 14 keeps his car on the straight and narrow, but he's slowing down big time. White flag is out and it's a race to the line now. Jordan Bain leading by 1.7 seconds. Here comes Jim Coe in the 66. Stan Carnathan in the 33, trying to move up from 9th place on this last lap. Corey Blevins in the 99, chasing down Jose Ruiz in that 23. Ruiz going to the inside, Arnold to the outside, headed into turn number 3. Jordan Bain has this race to lose. Arnold's into the wall in turn number 4. J-Paw trying to hang on for second. Jordan Bain will win the race across the line, and Josh Arnold will hold on for second. Jose Ruiz in third, Corey Blevins in fourth, and Hunter Peach in fifth. And there is your race winner for the 4th time in 6 races. Jordan Bain gets the win in di9 Designs. Turned down for what? What a grand victory for the driver of the 28B Water Ford. He is on a tear this season. Jordan Bain slowing down and giving a Polish victory lap, as is customary for the driver of the number 28, Rock NASCAR 388, says, congrats, Bain. SS Motorsports says, go ahead and put his name on the championship already. People already calling for it. And that's a celebration ruined. Podium in just a minute. On the podium now with our top 3, starting with Jose Ruiz in the number 23, Jamie McMurray throwback. Jose, great run for you tonight. You moved up 14 places from where you started.
What's up, Rick James? Yep.
All right, buddy, you moved up 14 places from where you started this race. You've got a bronze medal tonight, man. Great run.
Thanks. Yeah, I wasn't trying to start back there. I hit the wall on my first lap, and by the time I tried going to hit my second lap, there was not enough time. So I just said, screw it. I'll just start where I start. And that was, way back in 17th. So not what I was trying to do. I was trying to start up front, but I guess I'll forget about it since I finished third.
A bronze medal, certainly nothing to turn your nose at. Now you've got a job next week at Talladega to get another podium finish. What do you think?
Definitely going to try. Restrictor plates are very even. So, I don't know. I usually just sit in the back the first 90% of the race, no matter what league restrictor plate it is. So, I'll sit back there, see what goes on, and then hopefully make my way up to the front towards the end there.
Congratulations
We'll
once
see,
again.
though.
Sorry, congratulations once again on that bronze medal.
All good. Thanks, buddy.
Alpha York cheering for Dega next week. More Than a Cape says, good finish, J-Paw. He's getting ready to head to Tennessee tomorrow. J-Paw says, good job, Boehner. Let's have a word with our silver medalist, Josh Arnold, in the number 22 Box Cave Ford. J-Paw, how did you wrestle that Mustang all the way up to second?
I have no idea. I'm just as surprised as anybody else. I really hated to pass Jose there at the end, but for once I finally passed him without putting him in the wall, so I'm excited about that. But no, I mean, I don't know, Rick. It was a crazy race. The middle part, I was just riding. Just whatever happened, and then at the end, it was just like, kind of, non-controlled chaos, but just somehow came out of it with a P2. I thought I might have a shot at Boehner, but man, he's quick at some of these places. So really shout out to him. Shout out to the who led Hunter Peach. Shout out to him. He should have been up here talking to you, honestly. So probably shouldn't have been me. But no, I'm just excited to be up here. Shout out to Mom. Shout out 4DH, Militia, CDR, everybody. Checkmate.
Congratulations on that second place finish, Josh Arnold. You'll be leaving here and headed into Talladega second in points. You're, I believe, 16 points ahead of Matt Boone. Congratulations again.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to Talladega always. You should be able to see a few of us lined up different parts of next week. So can't wait. Thank you again.
Our winning interview brought to you by the folks over at di9 Designs, the Chase Elliott custom graphic design page on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at di9 Designs. They post graphics on all platforms multiple times a week on top of taking requests on all types of logos, Chase Elliott wallpapers, iRacing schemes, and more. Follow and DM them for more details. They are not affiliated with Hendrick Motorsports or Chase Elliott. Be sure to use code di9 Designs for free shipping on all your diecast and merch orders over $20 on circlebdiecast.com. And now the winner. Driver of the number 28 B Water Ford with a little bit of a Dale Jarrett throwback to it with his fourth win in 6 races. Jordan Bain, how do you keep on pulling out these results? Jordan Bain, Rick James, you got me?
Yep, I'm here. Sorry, have my mic muted. Think I know better, but I don't still. So, just an idiot. But yeah, man, that was so much fun with Hunter there. I mean, he was really fast. Also, I don't know, when he had track position, it was just way too hard for me to get a run on him. It seemed like even if I'd start to catch him 2 or 3 tenths, as soon as I got to within a second of him, it was like I just couldn't get off a 2 or the way I needed to. And yeah, that was, I think the winning move was backing up and coming onto pit road when he and I were both trying to decide if we were going to pit or not. I was so confused with whether we were a lap down, where we were. We came around, there was only like 5 cars on the lead lap, and I started to come to pit road, so he started to come to pit road. Then I faked like I was not going to pit, and so he jumped back out, and then I almost missed pit road, backed up, and then went in. That was kind of it. We were in good shape from there, but a lot of fun race. I don't know if you caught all that, but on the broadcast, but it was pretty funny.
After 6 races, you will take a 25-point lead into Talladega next week. It's kind of a dice roll, but can you go 5 wins in 7 starts?
And then probably not at Dega. I'll probably try to push someone to victory. I don't know. I'm not great at super speedways. I know I finished second at Daytona, but I don't know. Those are such crapshoots, man. They're not my favorite thing for sure. But we'll go out there and have fun, do some 3-4 wide racing, wad up the field a few times. It'll be a blast.
Can't wait to see it, buddy. You've got a win to celebrate. Go get him, Boehner. Congratulations on 4 and 6.
You got it. Thanks, Pete. Oh, I mean, Rick. You the man.
Jeez, flatter me, why don't you? Wow, okay. So that's the greatest thing that's going to happen to me, is being called Pete instead of Rick. But anyway, I digress. Big shout out to all of our participants tonight. Thank you to Jose Ruiz, Josh Arnold, and Jordan Bain. SS Motorsports saying that Boehner says he wasn't good in Atlanta and he dominated that. So we'll see in a week's time. And of course, all you fans will be with us. We cannot do these shows without you, so thank you, all of you, for tuning in. A big shout out to Terry Radford for subscribing earlier, hosting the stream, and then Podium for rating earlier as well. So thank you to everybody that was a part of this. Of course, di9 Designs. Tomorrow night is Wednesday, so Rick James TV will be off. But Thursday night we return with the My Cricket Makes Truck Series. Tune in for that. Until the next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will see you all around.